What is up? It's your boy Aing, bringing to you guys a brand new freaking video, man. So look, listen, today we got a fun one. Today we got an exciting one. Today we got a controversial one. So as you guys saw, it's super windy, so we're gonna be inside the truck, but you're not gonna be staring at my beautiful face the whole time. I'll go around showing the truck as I actually speak about what we're about to speak about. Now, if you don't know, on my YouTube channel, you can actually go over to my information tab and you can find my email. Now, a subscriber found the email and he sent me an email. Now let me read it to you. The email reads, Aing, so I really want to get a Toyota Tacoma. I don't know which one to buy. That's a good problem to have, but I really like the thought of a TRD Pro, but it seems like the SR5 has everything I need. Don't want to seem like that guy, but it seems like the SR5 trim is the poor man's truck. Would be really cool to see you compare the two. Thanks. So in today's video, oh gosh, this could be like my microphone. Let me put this away before people get inappropriate. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about it. We're gonna be comparing an SR5 versus a TRD Pro, and also is the Tacoma SR5 even a poor man's truck? So first, if you're absolutely new to the Toyota Tacoma world, let's talk about it. The Tacoma TRD Pro is the top of the line for an off-roader. If you're not an off-roader, you're more of a city a city person, then you go with like a limited. That's the more fancy, luxurious type. At the opposite side of the spectrum, you have the SR and then the SR5. I feel like the SR is more of like a work truck. That's what companies buy for work, or the SR5 is like more your entry-level truck, right? It comes with everything, like the more basic needs. So with that being said, now that we know where we are, let's talk about price, because price plays a big factor in this. Now for a TRD Pro, right, we're not talking any crazy markets, right? Let's just imagine we were in a perfect world. 47,000 is what you're looking at for a TRD Pro versus an SR5. 38,000. So 38,000 for an SR5. And this is apples to apples. That's what I like about Toyota, because, well, if you go to Dodge, for example, and you buy a Challenger, there's a wide variety of engines, right? There's a wide variety of transmissions. There's so many things that can change, and the more you change, most of the time, the more you pay. But in the Tacoma, you get the same four-wheel drive system, and you get the same V6, and you get the same transmission. The one thing that the TRD Pro has that this one doesn't is the rear locking differential, as well as the multi-terrain crawling system that, well, if you're not an off-roader, then you don't really even need it. So let's talk about what those trucks have, and then we'll come back to this truck to see what it doesn't have, but then we're gonna talk about what it does have, because I feel like a lot of people overlook what this Tacoma has, and it's actually pretty loaded. All right, so let's say you step up into a TRD Pro. Let's talk about what you're gonna get on the inside, right? So on the inside, headliner is gonna be all black, which is pretty cool. Makes you feel a little bit more fancy, in my opinion. Number two, you're gonna get a sunroof. In all TRD Pros, you get the sunroof. You're also gonna get leather seats. Some people like them, some people dislike them. You also get TRD badging right here, but I think a Sharpie should be fine. You also get JBL sound system. You get heated seats in the TRD Pros. You also get the multi-terrain camera. That's what it's called. It's like a 360 camera. I don't know the specific names, but you can look all the way around your Tacoma. You get everything as far as their safety tech. You get blind spot monitoring on your mirrors. You also get rear parking sonar, which is actually pretty cool. You get these really cool floor mats that say TRD Pro on them. That I'm a fan of. So that's pretty much it that I can think of on the spot. There may be one thing that I missed. Leave it down below in the comment section, but you get the gist of it. There's some things that are more extra. They make life a little bit more convenient. They make things a little bit easier, but there's also some stuff on the truck that some people don't like. The leather seats. As you know, if it's hot, they'll be hot. If it's cold, they'll be cold. Also, the sunroof, if you're a taller person, that does, mess with your headroom, so something to consider. So, out of all of the things that I just mentioned, let's talk about what this Tacoma doesn't have and what you can't get in an SR5. So number one, you can't get the leather seats. You just can't. Unless the dealer's like, oh, we can throw it into your package, but then it's an aftermarket, more than likely cat skin. Number two, you can't get a sunroof, which is kind of unfortunate. For instance, the Corolla, their lowest trim, the L or the LE, you can't get a sunroof, but in the SR5, which is Tacoma's second lowest trim. You can't. You also can't get upgraded sound system. So the JBL, if you're interested in that, you do have to step up to like a sport or a tier D off-road. Blind spot monitoring, you definitely can get this in the Tacoma. It comes like with the technology package. You can get blind spot monitoring and the rear parking sonars, which is pretty cool. Also, one thing, you can't get this headliner black. Now for some people, it's not a big deal. For me, it's in the middle. I'm like in between. I really wish it was black, but then at the same time, I don't care that it's not black. Heated seats, you can't get heated seats. You cannot. In the Tacoma SR5, you'll be fine. If you like your buns to be hot, just, you know, buy some hand warmers. Floor mats, those are another thing that are pretty cool, I guess. Mine aren't TRD Pro, but they're the same floor mats, a little bit less decaled out, but they still are all-weather mats. All right, cool. So now that we talked about what the truck doesn't have, let's talk about what the Tacoma actually comes with. So number one, this is my favorite thing. Now, if you don't know, now you're about to know. I bought an SR5, I bought an SR Toyota Tacoma. It was a 4-cylinder, 2-wheel drive, the very, very bare minimum. As soon as I got into a V6, which was an SR5, it has a leather wrapped steering wheel. That is insane to me, okay? Leather wrapped is another ballpark. Like, if you get it, you cannot go back. I don't see myself without a leather wrapped steering wheel, but nonetheless, the leather wrapped steering wheel is a must. Number two, dual climate control in this Tacoma. 21s and up get dual climate control. Now, it sounds fancy, it sounds gimmicky. It mostly is, it's not that functional, but in a perfect world, if you could just split the truck in half, it would work very nice. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Yes, please. That is something that is changing the game. Like, it is a must-have. Everyone has either an Android or an iPhone. If you have some weird phone that you got out of a cereal box, excuse me for not including you. For the most part, it eliminates everything and it works so good. Like, it's so seamless. I have not had any problems with it yet. Powered seating. Powered seating is a very good thing. I was a little bit upset that they didn't do it for both sides. When you're driving, you want to be the most comfortable. And I'm very against a one-size-fits-all for the driver's seats because, well, we're not all one size. So Toyota at least giving it to the driver makes me feel a little bit happy, but also that they're not making it like a luxurious item makes me feel even happier because everyone can get it, right? SR5 and up, you get powered seating, which is a very, very nice thing because if you're super tall, you can scoot the seat all the way down and you have more room to play with now. So the list goes on and on. A lot of people compare a lot of the more minor things that I guess are dependent on the person. If you like push to start, go with the higher trim. If you like the key, go with the lower trim. The JBL sound system. That's another thing that people bring up, like, oh, I got the JBL. It's not that cool. If you really like put yourself in both and close your eyes and like do the most and listen to the same song, you would have no idea. Now, let me know what you guys think. Is the SR5 a poor man's trim? I think the SR5 is like one of the most legendary trims. Like, it's like an original trim and it holds so much value to Toyota's name. Am I crazy? Am I wrong? Is a TRD Pro better? I don't know. If you're interested in a video and you want to send me an email, by all means, reach out to my email. I will admit I'm not the most responsive, but I do get to it. So, with that being said, it's been your boy. I'm Like an Audi. I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Peace.